set today. We'll begin the day by looking at a new marriage between China and Apple.
That's right. China mobile stores began selling Apple's iPhone today after 6 years of negotiations. These are two giants with giant expectations. China Mobile has more than 760 million subscribers, and the two companies are counting on each other to increase their market share in the country. For more on this, we're going to go to our correspondent in Beijing. I'm joined now by Shannon Van Sant. Shannon, what does all this mean to Apple?
Well, it means a great deal. China Mobile, of course, is the largest telecommunications company here in China. It has 62% of wireless phone users here. So this gives Apple a huge opportunity to access the Chinese market. The iPhones, as you mentioned, are beginning to sell today, and this is due to an agreement that was forged last month. Pre-orders for the iPhones went in place on December 25th. And the talks between China Mobile and Apple for this deal began several years ago in 2007, and the talks have been very fitful. There have been various reports over the last several years about China Mobile and Apple failing to come to a deal, which it finally did do last month. So this is very significant news for Apple and China, and the iPhones here are going on sale for about $100 a month, and that's still very pricey here for Chinese mobile phone users.
Right. So Apple has had some difficulty in China so far. What challenges does the California-based company have with its rival competitors there?
Well, they have a tremendous number of challenges. On the one hand, Apple, their deal with China Mobile will increase their subscriber base potentially to 700 million people here in China. That's double the population of the United States. So China is incredibly important to Apple in terms of future global market share. However, Apple faces some real challenges here. It's number 5, number 6 here in terms of phones here that sell. Other brands like Samsung, ZTE, Huawei, Xiaomi, they offer lower priced models for Chinese subscribers. They also have different features on the phone, like a larger screen, which Chinese consumers here really like. They don't like the smaller screen of the iPhone. So these are two hindrances to China and to Apple gaining market share here in China. And they've got their work cut out for them. But this China Mobile deal is certainly a very positive step forward in the company and very significant here in terms of Apple regaining its market share. Apple sales have slipped from 10% in 2011 to 6% today. So they obviously want to reverse that trend and really increase the number of consumers here in China that are using iPhones.
That was Shannon Van Sant. Thanks, Shannon.
All right, well, William, take us through the markets today. How are they doing?
Well, Asian stocks are down, led by Chinese shares. This is on the back of China expected to release some economic data. Analysts expect the Chinese economy is going to continue slowing down in the first quarter. Let's go to the U.S. markets. The S&P took a step back after reaching a recent record high. Best Buy was down by 28%. It was the most dramatic dip. Also, the stocks were down based on disappointing profit results from Citibank and Goldman Sachs reporting quarterly losses.
Let's take a look at some of the other top business stories.
Well, the U.S. Senate passed easily a $1.1 trillion spending bill. This effectively ends the threat of a government shutdown until the end of September. It marks a truce, at least a temporary one, after years of budget battles between Democrats and Republicans. The bill now goes to President Barack Obama, who's expected to sign it.
The world's largest chip maker, Intel, says its net profit sank 13% last year. Global PC sales were down for the 7th quarter in a row. The California-based company has been lagging as tablet and smartphone popularity surges. As a result, the company has been shifting focus to other divisions like its data center business.
New car sales in the European Union dipped 1.7% last year. Italy saw the biggest fall at 7.1%, followed by France's 5.7% decline. But even the EU's strongest economy wasn't immune. In Germany, sales slid 4.2%. Still, the decline has slowed. In 2012, sales plunged 8.2%, which was the sector's worst result for 18 years.
All right, thank you very much, Will Hildebrandt. That was the day's business news. Next up, web news starting in Brazil.